Are you a warrior or are you a worrier? Now, those are two completely different words. They sound very similar, and I want to tell you this amazing story of what happened to me about 10 years ago. I serve on the House of Hope Orlando board, and we were at one of their annual conferences. During the conference, I was taking my notes in the back of the room, and the speaker, out of the blue, walks to the back of the room, and he says, "You." And I'm like, "Me?" He's like, "Yes." He goes, "God has a word for me to share with you." I'm like, "Okay, I've never experienced that before." He goes, "God wanted me to let you know that you are a warrior." And I'm like, "Okay." So I wrote the word down, and he went back up and did his presentation. So on the drive home, I'm like so excited. I go and I turn to my husband. I'm like, "Steve, wasn't that amazing that God had a word for me? Like, out of all the people in the room, God had a word for me." And Steve's like, "Yeah, he was right on. You worry a lot." And I'm like, "What? No." I go, "I clearly heard warrior, that I am a warrior. I am strong, and I am a mighty child of God, and that my prayers can move mountains." So warriors, we are strong, and we fight for what's right. We may be quiet and we may be gentle, but we will do what we feel is the right for everything. So anyway, sometimes life isn't easy, right? And sometimes we get defeated, and sometimes we get sad, but you know what? That's okay, because as a warrior, we know that that was in the past. We know that we can't change for what's happened, and we can't say, well, if we had done it this way, it would have happened differently, or we can't change that, but we can heal from our wounds and know that we can move forward to make things better. We know that God is with us and that we are strong and that we can get through it. We can be courageous. We can choose courage over comfort. Warriors are willing to move and get out of our comfort zone. We're willing to take those leaps of faith. So our strength comes from the Lord. And just remember, you are strong, you are a warrior, and you've got this.